Hello. All right, it works. Cool. Forget about. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We've got WRTB versus R22R. Admin Cam commentary brought to you by yours truly, Don Gotti. Forget about it. We've got a Winter War Week 3 match of the week lineup for you today. Should be a pretty good one. If you're just starting to watch, we've got a little bit of time to waste still. Not a whole lot going on. I think the teams are just waiting for a few extra guys to get in, so it should be starting anytime soon. So keep that in mind. For now, we'll just kind of hang out, play around a little bit, and we will keep an eye on that from time to time. Yep, we've got teams lining up. Looks like we're getting ready. We should be starting here soon, folks, so don't worry about that. Any moment now. Alright, for any of you guys tuning in, this is the Winter War League Week 3 match of the week. Admin Cam plus commentary brought to you by your host, none other than myself, Don Gotti. We've got WRTB versus R22R. Should be an exciting matchup. We'll see how it plays out. Very curious to see what these Angry Beavers have going on. So, looking forward to it. We're going to check in, see how the everything is going. It looks like we've got about 60 seconds until we change, folks. We've got 60 seconds. So I think we're in go mode here. I'm going to keep an eye on this screen here. That way I know when it changes so we can get you in there right away and get you ready to go. Looking forward to getting you started. get spawned here away from the action. Make sure we can see well. And then the rest is a good. So if you're just tuning in with us, this is the Winter War League Week 3 Match of the Week. Brought to you by myself, Don Gotti. We've got WRTB versus R22R. You guys will see here, we should have a nice little graphic for you to help you out. It should be popping up on your screen any moment. We're going to go ahead and get an admin cam commentary action. Let's take a peek. Our map today is going to be an interesting one. It looks like we'll start with WRTB. They've got a straight line straight on this eastern side of the map. It's going to be an interesting play here. They really need to focus on capping mid. If they're able to do that, that's going to make it so much easier for them to hold, if nothing else, and then perhaps take the victory. They're going to want to focus garrisons, of course, on this red-blue line. That way they have plenty of room to infiltrate back into WN4 here. But with them, even with that, R22R's recon is going to have to be really good and really on their stuff, trying to get some backline garrisons, because back here near AA even, I mean, you're only looking at about a 400 meter, less than 400 meter run, you know. So it's going to be really difficult to keep WRTB off that midpoint. So we're going to, for R22R, they're going to really want to hope they are able to cap and just withstand the barrage that WRTB is going to throw at them, and if not, they're going to hope to try to get that midpoint any way they can. WRTB is going to look to take that as soon as they can, get a good setup, and then work on setting up, you know, to pursue La Grande. Realistically, it's going to be an interesting play here. This is only a 35v35, so it's not a full lineup we have for you today. That being said, that's going to make every extra person a little bit more important, and them not being at the point or in cap weight's going to really affect teams when it comes down to just a few guys here and there, with it being such a shortened roster. That being said, I do look for either team to hold mid as best they can on a map like this, lots of open spaces, etc. But let's tune in here, see what we got going on. We've got a few WRTB members trailing behind. We've got trucks taking off. We'll try to follow them in for you. Get a nice look at what's going on. Being that I play for WRTB, we decided it would be only fair if I broadcast from this side. So we'll use this as a bit of a training feature, if nothing else. Get up here a little bit closer to the action. There we are. As we fight for mid, see as teams begin to pop up and appear. We've got a truck of R22R entering from the western side of the field. Great display of uniformity. Very few WRTB finally starting to trickle in. Not a good look for him right here off the jump, though. Not sure exactly what happened there, but a little bit of a delay getting out. Hopefully they can rebound from that. We've got a recon flare up. WRTB looking to see what they can see. Plenty of garrisons getting set up already for WRTB. R22R looking like they're going to probably cap this midpoint. They've got quite a few guys within the circle here. And in cap weight, WRTB kind of trickling in now, as you see. Some of those guys even starting to make their way around. Doing a good job at controlling the land, whereas, you know, R22R is just kind of trickling in one little area and turtle heading in the point. But as of right now, you're trying to cap mid. That's really all you care about. Getting set up, capping mid, working out, gaining land. try to get some armor action going here. We've got some guys moving in. Light tank just putting easy work on the infantry. WRTB seeming to put the squeeze on a little bit more. We've got Black May, for example, getting in the church. He's finally outed. Yoda's Pipe making his way in deep within enemy territory. We've got more WRTB pushing in from the west. I'm sorry, from the east. I'm looking at it upside down here. We're at the top of the map for you. Give you the closest view we can. Look at this long shot on. The armor was no good. Coming from over here to the south. Quite a shot. Great attempt, but fell probably about 50 meters short. Sergeant Bob putting some work in on the R22R light tank. Just being assaulted by those cannons. You hear pow, 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 pow. Busting ass. We've got armor marked. We'll keep an eye on Sergeant Bob. Definitely take a look at the map. WRTB really done a good job at covering a lot of their bases. They're set up. They're ready to go. Even from a flank or a direct attack off Grand Creek. It looks like they're covered as far as right now. Could do a little bit better, but it looks like they're probably saving the last two to go on this western side once they eventually cap here. It looks like they have maintained and seemingly kind of run out all of R22R's guys here in the midpoint. That PZ4 still giving them hell, as well as that light tank over there working in tandem. We've got Dwight trying to make a move while the PZ4 is looking slightly northeast. Turning the barrel around, it looks like they probably see Dwight. Yeah, he gets gunned down there. But quite a good move. We've got shots coming up. More AT rounds hitting. The PZ4 goes down. It looks like the Luke's has went down as well. So R22R losing both of their armor units, perhaps? No, it is still alive for the time being. I said that right as it went bye-bye. But you get the gist. I thought that artillery explosion was the tank going bye-bye, but it does not appear to be so. WRTB looking to branch out just a little bit. So we'll try to take a peek over here and see what's going on. We'll certainly have a few guys making their way. Here's Colonel Clink. Getting a little look on the field here. Enemy recon. Popping a flare. Trying to find out where everybody's at. Few guys spawning here on defense. R22R definitely realizing their momentum on attack was short-lived. Few attacking squad leaders. We'll keep an eye on midpoint for now. I look for there to be a decent amount of R22R still putting pressure up. Appears we might have a garrison down here. Oops, sorry, it's a little bit jumpy on my end, guys. We do indeed have a garrison here that we're looking at. It has been marked. That's what artillery looks to be trying to splash right now. Kind of appears that R22R may have that, but it looks like Cole makes quick work of that garrison. Definitely going to go bye-bye after that. You got it. Good work, Cole. As always. R22R working on making a push here. Not a whole lot going on from the frontal region. See if we can get a better look at what we got going on for R22R. Not many guys up here, so not a whole lot of pressure to be put on in the first place. I'm not sure if these guys are more so just trying to maintain some pressure. That way they keep, you know, defense relieved. Keep WRTB in this midpoint as long as they can. That way they can set something up and make moves. Not completely certain here because, as you see, we only got about 5 R22R here. Yeah, no garrisons going hot on the backside as of right now, so. We'll keep an eye. Our WRTB looking pretty decent at shutting down some of these lanes over here. Trying to fill most of the gaps. MG set up covering the field. Yeah, look, pretty good look here. Let's take a peek, see what's going on down here. We've got tons of guys on defense. Hopefully building up, you know, establishing some garrisons, some defensive anything, you know, be it barbed wire, etc. Places for your MG to line up and get a good field of view. Because there didn't seem to be a lot of them on offense. They're not going to want to sit back and wait. WRTB might let them stew for a little bit, as they're going to make sure they're completely set up before they push. But light tank putting in some work here. Headless Quill making his way around, getting a good look on this enemy spot. If he can make his way up that water line, he's got a pretty clear path. Looks like you got Sergeant Hammers here is going to be the only person really in his way. I'm not sure what happened there. He might have redeployed. It is very possible. It looks like his squad leader is probably down here. They're about to take a garrison out, perhaps. It has been spotted. Good grenade. Ensure there's not a spawn wave, and if there is, you get a good haha fuck you. And that garrison's down. Well done, Clink. The real Clink, by the way. Not any imposter you might have heard of. A few WRTB pushing in. I look for Colonel Clink to definitely start pushing in here shortly. He's going to get his guys. You see Headless has spawned. They've got some guys moving that way. They know the garrison was taken out. And as you see, explosions going on. Not sure if it was a mine perhaps it was stepped on or not. But we've got General Girth moving in from the south of Point here. Perhaps might pop a flare soon. Try to get some eyes. There it is, and there's the flare we were just talking about. We've got armor on Point here. As you guys can see, I'm a squad leader. I'm not going to mark it, but I can ping it for you as well. Colonel Clink coming off his OPU with his boy Headless, working from the rear. Pickle Rick gets shut down here. Looks like it might say Caesar. Oh wow, I'm hearing 9 May got beat. Interesting. Interesting. WRTB definitely starting to sprawl out a little bit. They're going to have to be really careful here. Looks like they're definitely going on the attack. But doing so, they got to keep in mind, you know, that airhead can slide in. You got 15 less guys to go find it, so. We've got armor marked here. It looks to be probably a Panther from the likes of it. Not much room here to cross in that field for Oberst Hans and Dwight. Going to be a little bit of a struggle there in the open for him. Headless Quill making a little bit of leeway here, working his way in, killing anybody in the way. Rocket shot, perhaps to the enemy garrison that might have been there. That's a usual place for it. We've got a box nearby, so I'm willing to bet that's pretty ideal. Looks like he may get the supplies down on Point. He does. Master Chip's looking. Headless obviously does not see. He's taking out more supplies. Oh, he gets them right as he dies from Corporal Master Chips. Master Chips, next time, make a move a little faster than that, buddy. You're on defense. Seek and destroy, brother. Seek and destroy. WRTB starting to send some real hitters in now. Senna's moving up. Surely to have a satchel. And that crazy shotgun we all know and love. Nothing real big going on from R22R as far as offensively. As you see, doesn't appear to have much on our radar here other than in their defensive cap weight. We'll focus as some WRTB moves in, see what they can do. This right here is going to be about winning gunfights, folks. They've got the garrison on point down. Nobody's managed to reestablish yet. We have Axis supplies touching down as we speak, right in the middle. Quite possibly seen by WRTB. We're not sure. Pickle Rick within 20 meters. Most of R22R is going to be on the south of their point. Black May shoots the supplies with the rocket. Puts a finish to those. We've got a spawn wave off from R22R. I'm not certain if it's a garrison or not. Perhaps just a OP it looks like, because I only saw one squad leader. Really going to be up to Captain Gonzo and his team here. See what they're able to do. Pickle Rick using the bazooka, not playing around. Captain Gonzo peeking around, hoping to get his guys in. We've got artillery hitting in LeGrand. At this point, I'm half willing to bet it's... That's so strange. There we are. Sorry about that, folks. R22R manages to hold off WRTB's advance for now. No WRTB left on the point. I apologize for the mess up there. I hit a button and we were getting no movement out of the camera. I had to figure that out for a second. We've got, it appears to be, an R22R armor unit moving in, facing backwards. Interesting play there. But hey, whatever. Let's try to get a closer look here, folks. We're gonna do our best for you. Boom, Black May putting easy work to the R22R armor unit. Senna creeping around. Oh, just laying him out. He does get wiped. Good grenades, good use. Black May coming up behind. Hoping to clear him out. They do have a spawn wave. May goes down. This is getting interesting, I will say. We've got squad leaders from WRTB on the back lines. We've got a light tank that is injured, moving up. I'm sorry, that's not a light tank, that is a Tiger tank. My apologies there. That's a fun one. Plenty of WRTB moving in. We've got Axis supplies landing in the next 10 seconds. Not sure if they got guys that don't like to run support or what. We got one there in the point, two there. Not sure why we didn't get enough supplies down Looks like we were waiting to roll tanks, though, perhaps. The one went down pretty quickly, but we've got the heavy moving in from R22R. Shit going crazy within the point now. Rockets flying, Black May there on the south, putting in work. Bodyguard here in the point. Let's see if he can help clear out some of the WRTB. We've got Cavito and Chinu parts. Colonel Klink's moving in. Does he realize just across the water we have enemies? He's crossing now. He will surely face off with Lionhead. Lionhead looking to gun him down from the rear. Certainly does. Black May gets him. Gets a little revenge action going on. We've got R22R still in the point here. Bombing run coming in by WRTB. Does a decent amount. Definitely wipes that spawn point R22R had on the eastern side, be it an OP or whatever it was. Decent number of WRTB moving in. We are starting to get some cap pressure going now. Not completely certain where else R22R is spawning from. Perhaps we can get an aerial view and kind of see how that works. We'll wait to see from here. Not completely certain, but this is definitely the point to focus on as of right now. WRTB with the advantage in the point. They are outnumbering 4-2. Sergeant Hammers and Sergeant, what, Dravens? It looks like Draven SS. Senna clearing out the point here. Sergeant Hammers trying to get a good shot. Senna not letting him do anything. Oh, they spawn, and what a grenade! Love it, absolutely love it. That was probably Senna who tossed that, if I had to guess. We've got more Axis supplies that will certainly be taken out. This looks like WRTB has this. Makes quick work of it with just the one squad there. When it came down to it, they got rid of those spawn points, and it doesn't appear that R22R has had any chance to rebuild or get in from wherever they may have had. We're not completely certain. WRTB obviously having a plethora of garrisons on the battlefield, something they are known for. WRTB looking to maintain while the rest of the team moves in. We'll take a peek at the map. Yeah, we're going to be dropping garrisons. It looks like that's probably what Command's doing back here now. He's spawned. I look for him to drop that one and move another up as soon as we cap here, or even before then. Perhaps put another to the south here, and I look for him to kind of try to angle and mirror somewhere here in Charlie 6 what they got going on north. Just completely surround Grand, give you multiple areas of access on the flooded house. A hard point to really mess with anyway. Looks like enemy recon may be back there finding garrisons finally. We shall see. WRTB has not capped the 4th point yet. We've got an armor unit over here and a little spawn wave going on. A little PZ4 that could. We'll try to get you a full view here. TC has obviously called out troops to the northwest, but doing so has left them wide open for some potential bad news. We got Black May taking a look. He's peeking through the bush. Squad leaders are bound to see this here soon. Not exactly certain why you would put your rear toward the enemy controlled point, but hey, I get it. We gotta do what we gotta do sometimes. just think is a little ill-advised on the behalf of either the TC or perhaps the driver. Not the greatest play in my mode. General Girth hiding out in flooded house, surrounded by a solid squad's worth of R22R. They've got a spawn wave off. It looks like we've got a garrison or some kind of OP probably up in this area. Armor unit standing by. Curious to see what happens with this one here. Don't look for him to last too much longer. It looks like French Fries has gotten out, perhaps in an attempt to fix the tank. Yet, as I mentioned before, with his showing side to the enemy point, curious about that one there, but we've got some help from Sergeant White here. That's what you like to see. You like to see a team that works together. Engineer doing his job. Probably even switched and made the run all the way up here. Not sure, but way to go. Way to support that tank. That's great shit. These two armor units working in tandem could be a little difficult for WRTB right off the get. I definitely would curious to see where we have WRTB armor at. Not seeing much actually, so there's that. Black May making his way. There you go, May. Engineer's gonna try to meet you in the street. Let's see what happens. Oh, the engineer took too long. He gets two in him. Typically taking two, but he didn't land the best shots apparently. PZ4 survives to see one more round. May, unfortunately, there's nothing he can do as he's out of rockets. But he can certainly fuck with the TC. This armor unit sees him as well, just peppering shots down that way. Somehow he's still alive. Until I say that and he gets obliterated. Gotta love that. This armor unit goes down as well, takes his last shot. Looks to be by the 76 pulling up here, yeah. Very nice move. Comes in, makes easy work of the PZ4. Now, very curious to see how this works out. We've got a good showdown coming for you folks. In the top left of our screen, we've got the Panther, we've got the 76 moving in. On the lower part of our right-hand side of our screen, Engineer in tow. Panther seems to be taking off. Let's see if we get a good shot from the 76 through the bushes here on him. Boom, we do. We are making contact. 76 holds. Shots toward the Panther once more. Alright, 76 looks to be taking off here. Go ahead and highlight everybody for you once more. 76. Saying, look, I've taken your PZ4, I've taken your Panther. Sendeth me your recon tank. Oh, and he's going right in the pathway, folks. Nearly misses a rocket. Boom, goes down. 76, 3 in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. That's how you do it, fellas. WRTB making quick work to move into flooded house here. Colonel Clink had this quill. Cole, we've got some pressure from the north. We're getting pressure from the east. R22R trying to hang in there as best they can. Let's see what they got. Rockets inbound. We've got a guy upstairs. We've got MGs firing like crazy. That 42 is wicked wild. Captain Gonzo we saw earlier. Enemy garrison right here on the point. Very easy to find if you're WRTV. Headless Quill may see it actually. He's got his rocket out. Oh, what a shot, baby. What a fucking shot. You gotta love that shit. That's some Winter War League action for you folks. Making light work. We got one more guy on the point for R22R. Looks like we've got a 5-0 here, folks. We shall see, time will tell. Light tank that could is busting ass on his way in. Doesn't look like a whole lot of spawn wave coming. Obviously the mid is going to be locked out due to WRTB capping, but I don't see an excess of garrisons anywhere helping R22R. So it looks like that's something they've kind of struggled with all game, is maintaining any garrisons that they may have had. But either way, what a great performance. Definitely some things to learn from for both teams, I'm certain of that. I'd like to see it. Major Lane is still up here. Let's see if Pickle Rick can out him from the... Nope, he's definitely camping. Black May with an attempt. Let's see if May can do it. Nope, May gets it as well. Major Lima's definitely hiding up there, and he's not coming out. He said, look, we're gonna lose, but god damn it, I'm here till I die. Forget about... Well, that's awesome, folks. Thanks you all for tuning in tonight. If you've stuck around this far, it's always appreciated. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Every little bit helps. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much again for stopping in. We've got a 5-0 on behalf of WRTB. That's what I want to see. Yeah, it looks like Commander was busy putting up garrisons, but it doesn't look like anybody else really was. You got some low build scores from, for what I consider low, on behalf of R22R, so that appears that we were right, that probably the garrisons kind of is something they struggled with a little bit to an extent. I didn't see a lot of angles of attack once their garrison on point went down, so unfortunately for them, didn't help a whole lot. But we're here. Again, I thank you all for tuning in. And this is Don Gotti signing off. Forget about